Hey guys, welcome to Series World. Today I'm going to explain a romance drama series called Devotion from 2022. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The second episode opens, and Carlo and Sofía are being questioned by the university dean about the incident that the female student witnessed. When the headmaster asks why they were so close to each other, both of them explain separately that Sofía fainted a little bit, so Carlo held her in the washroom. They assured the dean that the incident was nothing but a misunderstanding. After coming home, Carlo is greeted by Margherita and her home-cooked meal. Even though there were some unfortunate cooking mishaps, they both sit down to enjoy their dinner. While eating, Carlo tells her about the incident that happened in the college. He repeats the same thing he repeated to the dean. Even though Margherita is a little bit doubtful, she hides it pretty well. Carlo asks her what she wants to tell him about. Margherita brushes it off and says that she just closed a deal. At night, Margherita asks Carlo about Sofía while they are in bed. Carlo jokes about whether she's jealous of Sofía. Margherita also flirts back. Soon it turns to them making love. Margherita gets up in the morning before Carlo. She goes to his work desk and reads Sofía's autobiographical story. Meanwhile, Sofía is on the streets. She notices a little girl walking while holding a doll. Something clicks in her mind, and she rushes home, not even paying attention while crossing the road. The scene cuts to Margherita entering her office. Her colleague is talking with the owner of the Concordia house. She explains to Margherita that someone took down the for sale poster and they're dealing with it. Margherita tells her colleague to let her handle the matter, and her colleague agrees before leaving the office. The scene changes to Sofía, who is now in her home. After entering the house, she ignores her flatmate and straight goes to her laptop to work on the story. Meanwhile, Margherita is stalking Sofía's profile on Instagram. Carlo is also seen getting a message from Sofía asking for help to write the story. Carlo sees the message but doesn't reply. He gets out Sofía's jewelry from the drawer and starts observing it. Margherita also comes back home and Carlo puts the jewelry back. Margherita asks him how his work is going. Carlo expresses that he's bummed out a bit now. He didn't even cook today. Margherita understands. She goes inside and comes back wearing a sexy dress. She tells Carlo to get ready quickly as she will take him out. At the restaurant, Carlo and Margherita are having rounds of drinks. After some chit-chatting, Carlo asks her about the occasion. Margherita tells him what she did about the house. She further explains to him that she'll somehow manage the owner to lower the price, and when the time comes, they'll make an offer. Carlo is amazed by Margherita and starts making moves on her. They then go to the restroom to make out, but someone accidentally enters the restroom. They then leave the restaurant for home. While they are in the car, Carlo gets a call from Sofía. Margherita also sees this and tells him to pick it up. Carlo tries to ignore the call, but Margherita makes him pick it up. On the call, Sofía asks him why he didn't reply to her texts. Before she can say anything else, Carlo tells her that he's with his wife now, and she's on speaker. Sofía realizes the situation and cuts the call. After the call ended, Margherita told Carlo to stop the car. She gets out to have a smoke. Carlo gets out to convince her to come back, but she starts arguing with him. After some back and forth, Margherita gets inside the car. She asks Carlo to tell her what really happened on that day in that restroom. The discussion continues after they come back to the house. Even though they were able to reach a conclusion, they both go to bed unhappy. In the morning, after Carlo leaves for work, Margherita goes through his stuff and finds something. Meanwhile, Carlo is done with his class. After everyone left, he started talking with Sofía. Sofía tells him sorry for yesterday, but she tries to explain that she just really needed his help. Margherita is now on the university campus. She's in front of the restroom and imagining Carlo and Sofía making out. Margherita moves on and goes to Carlo's classroom. She hands him his medicine and, before leaving, kisses Carlo on the lips in front of Sofía. She then goes to her physiotherapist's office. The therapist tries to calm her down by giving her some special massage, but it doesn't work. Meanwhile, Carlo is at Margherita's mom's house. He picks up a book and starts chatting with Anna about it. Carlo asks her whether Anna tells her husband Franco everything. Anna replies that only the best stuff. She informs him that she won't be here this Thursday, so they'll talk about what he wants to tell her next Thursday. Carlo laughs and asks Anna whether he can borrow her book. She agrees but tells him to not show the book to Margherita. The scene cuts to Margherita, who is in an art exhibition held by their friend couple. While she's looking at an art piece, a man named Marcello comes and starts talking with her. He tells her that the woman looks like her. Even though they are doing something, their mind is somewhere else. After introducing themselves, Marcello asks Margherita to talk more about herself. She reveals that she is a real estate agent even though she wanted to be an interior designer. Margherita asks what he does for a living. But before he can answer, Margherita's friend comes and introduces Marcello as the artist. Marcello also notices a man behind, whom he then gets to know as Margherita's husband, Carlo. Margherita goes to the restroom and hears the friend couple arguing about the female friend cheating on the male friend, even though they're married. The female friend seems to have her own reasons. Margherita listens to the whole conversation and leaves. Margherita tells Carlo about what she heard. She's shocked at how the female friend was able to hide everything for 6 months. Carlo realizes that she's poking at him by saying this too, so he asks what he can do to put her mind at ease. But Margherita also doesn't know the answer. The scene changes to morning time. Sofía gets on a bus to go somewhere. She gets a call from her father, who's very worried about her. Sofía calms her dad down by saying that she's just struggling with her assignment. While talking with her dad, Sofía notices Margherita among the passengers, but she again vanishes among the crowd. After getting off the bus, Sofía goes to her workplace, which is a cafe shop. Margherita also goes there to talk with Sofía. She asks Sofía for her version of events. Even after a lot of pushing, Sofía remained constant in her statement that Carlo just helped her in the restroom and nothing else. Margherita understands and leaves the cafe, promising not to bother her again. After leaving the cafe, Margherita goes to the place where Sofía lives. A man shows her the apartment where she lives with her roommate. After knocking on the door, Margherita introduces herself to the friend as a real estate agent. She informs her that she has come because the owner wanted a valuation of the house. Her roommate gets worried about whether the owner will sell the house. Margherita assures her and tells her that it's just a pre-sale valuation. The roommate agrees to the valuation but tells her that she is studying for exams. Margherita understands, and she tells the roommate that she'll start from her roommate's room to not disturb her. She starts searching every part of Sofía's room. Meanwhile, Sofía is in the cafe doing work, but in the middle of working, Sofía stops what she is doing and starts leaving. She leaves Carlo a voice message. In the message, she tells him that she's leaving the course and everything, and will go home. She also informs him that Margherita came to talk to her. Carlo is in the middle of a teacher's meeting when he gets the voice message. Another professor is talking with him about a workshop. After that, he listens to the voice message. He calls her back right away, but she doesn't pick up. Back to Margherita, she has found a print of Carlo's novel on Sofía's desk. On the front page, he wrote that it's a love story that's stuck halfway, and Sofía is the first and only one to read it. Seeing this, Margherita is heartbroken. She starts leaving Sofía's place. Meanwhile, Sofía is also near her house. But before she can enter, a man calls her away, and in that moment, Margherita leaves the house. So they don't meet each other. The episode ends with Margherita walking away while crying on the road. To watch more explanations of these kinds of series, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.